Hey guys, today we're going to be installing the soft rear windshield by Kemimoto on our 2022 CanAm Maverick X3 Max. So the process is really simple. We're just going to be securing it at 3 points on the top bar, 2 points on the lower bar, and 2 points on the side bars. And then in the top upper corners, there'll just be some spots to tighten some Velcro down on this rear windshield, just to make sure it reduces any flapping or anything like that. So we'll do a bit of a first person video today and show you how this is all done. So on this windshield, you'll notice that there's one side that comes with Velcro and one side that does not have Velcro. So the side with all the Velcro pieces is going to be faced outward, so outward towards the back of the machine. That way, if you were sitting in the back seat, you'll see a nice clean finish, a clean look to it without all of the straps showing. So we're going to start first by the passenger side, and with that we're going to be starting with this strap here, and we're going to go do all 3 of these straps on the middle top bar, and then we'll go ahead and secure these side straps towards the end. Alright, starting on the passenger side of the vehicle over here, we're going to be taking this Velcro loop of the windshield and we are going to put it under and around the bar. And then there's this little tab right here. You're going to push it through the tab. And Velcro it back in place to secure. And then next we're going to go over to the middle section. So in the middle section we're going to do the exact same thing here. We'll put the Velcro around. And then just slip it through this tab. And pull it snug. And back up to re-secure against the Velcro. On the driver's side of the vehicle we'll end with the 3rd tab. Open it up, put it around, back into this tab, tighten it up, and it's mostly secured at this point. So all we've got left is that this little tab right here is going to end up being Velcroed through the holes on each side. Alright, so next we're going to be doing the 2 side holes. So you're going to take that little plastic piece, slide it up through the hole, and then take the Velcro, push it through, and pull it tight to secure it. Alright, so we're just going to leave those just slightly loose for right now. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to secure the sidebar. So with this one, we're just going to wrap the Velcro around it, put it back through the tab like we've done for all the other ones, get it nice and snug, and we'll do the same on the other side. By this point, the process is almost done. The next thing we're going to do is secure these 2 straps to the crossbar that you can see right here. So I'm going to secure those the exact same way that we secured all of these on the side and the top bars. For those of you that have a particle separator installed, it might be a little bit trickier. You'll just have to pull the windshield up a little bit since it's not secured at the bottom yet. And then push the Velcro through the tab, pull down and secure it. After we do this other tab, then we're going to go through and tighten all of them to make they're secured before we deal with the rest of the bottom. Now that we have the windshield installed, we're going to go through and we're going to pull it down since we've got a little bit of a lip here. We're going to go through and center everything and make sure that the windshield is centered. Alright, everything is looking good so far for the windshield. All that we have left is right now, we're going to just pop this out and slide this piece down under here, so this will connect and tighten it up. And then lastly, all we have left is to just pull these pieces of Velcro off. This is sticky on the back here, so it will attach to this piece right here. There's a couple pieces right here that will stick on right there, and then right here, which will stick on up here. And that's all that'll be left. All right, so we just finished putting the adhesive tape pieces on. So if you rip it off, you can see right there is where we added it. So in a couple different spots throughout. So this thing is nice and secure. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Hey guys, today we're going to be installing a full front windshield from Kemimoto on our 2022 CanAm Maverick X3. So we already installed a rear windshield on it, as you can see in the back there, and we're going to be turning this into a full cab enclosure. Thanks to Kemimoto for sending us all of the windshields and the side windows. We're going to do the front windshield right now, and then we're going to do the side upper door covers next. So this is a super easy process to do. All the 3 pieces of paneling come with blue protective plastic. So we're just going to go through and rip them off. So there's blue plastic on both sides of it. So make sure you get both sides. Alright, so Kemimoto sends these instructions showing how to take the plastic off if you have any questions. The easiest way is to just peel from each corner when removing it. And then with that done, there's only a couple steps to go. So there's going to be the middle panel, which is this one over here, and then the upper panel, which is this one, and the lower panel, which is this one. We're going to assemble them together, and they send these screws here. So there's screws, washers, and nuts inside of this package. So we're going to go ahead and assemble the windshield now. So we're going to take a screw, put a washer on just like this, and then from the outside of the windshield, so the part that's going to be facing to the outside of the CanAm, you're just going to push this through and then take a nut. And for right now, we're just going to get it snug, so that way it doesn't go anywhere. And then we'll go through the rest of them on this row and then start with the upper portion of the windshield. As you can see, we have all of these lightly secured right now, and we have the other glass panel up here. We're going to start connecting that one next, doing the same thing with the screws going through to connect it. So we're going to take this panel here, and it's going to get attached up here. And there are 2 different angles. You want to make sure that you do the correct angle. So if you go this way, you can see that it bulges up. There's an angle here that it points upward. You want to flip it so this rests, and this indent here sits perfect with the middle panel. So with everything secured here, I'm just going to go through and snug all these up nice and tight. Got this rubber strip here. Next we're going to be installing it from this point around up to here, and then we're going to be installing it on that end as well. Alright, so as you can see, we've got a portion of the rubber on already, and there's this crease in here. You're going to have this crease facing this way on the windshield, so you can see how it's bulging out here. There's no crease down on the bottom portion. So when you install the windshield, make sure you put it on this way. We're going to get it right up to about here, and then we're going to cut it with the scissors. We have the last piece here. We're just going to bring it up right to this corner and cut right here. Attach it at that end. Alright, so we have the rubber on the windshield, but we did run into a problem when we're putting it on our CanAm. We can't get it wedged in through this area down here, this little lip, and we can't get it back far enough due to the roof that came with the CanAm. So we're going to go through and just undo this panel here, and then we're going to slide it back down into this area, and then we're going to try and reattach the panel and see if we can get it to work. So we did have to go through and remove the top panel. So what we ended up doing is we slid the bottom 2 panels down, got it wedged in here, took the top panel, set it in this place, shoved it up really tight, and we just have 2 screws in it right now just so we can get it secured. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna go through, we're not gonna show this part, just refill in the screws where they're at, and then we're gonna get the clamps and clamp it down to the sides, and then that'll be it. We got the tabs installed. All you have to do is just push them into the windshield slot, and then the hard part is getting the Velcro around the frame and back through, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you do it yourself. That's it. So we got the windshield installed. Depending on if you have any issues with fitting in, we would recommend taking that top one off to make sure you can get it to sit right. But otherwise it seems like a very durable windshield. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next video where we do the upper side doors. Hey guys, today we're going to be installing the soft side upper door enclosure on our 2022 CanAm Maverick X3 Max. So Kemimoto was gracious enough to send this product to us. It's got a metal frame. So we're going to be taking all the metal pieces apart here in a second, and then the soft cab enclosure looks like this. So this is going to go on all 4 of the doors. We're going to show you one side of the installation today, and you'll just match the exact same for the other side. So we'll do the passenger side view today. All right, so it says here the first step is going to be opening the zipper and placing the metal frame inside the soft cab enclosure. So we're going to do that first for the front door. I'm going to open up these metal frames and then we'll get that started. All right, so now that we have the metal frame out of the packaging, what we're going to do is you're going to find the soft shell part. And there's a zipper that goes around the outside here. We're gonna have this unzipped. And then when you get to down here, you do have to pull down so it comes off, just like that. And then you're gonna take the frame and you're gonna slide it in to where the zipper is. Just have to go around and work a couple different angles to get it to fit. Push her down. All right, once that's in the zipper, we're going to go ahead and zip it up so that way the zipper is sealed back. And when zipping, you will have to be careful just to make sure that the frame stays inside, and you can pull the zipper to the outside since it's a tight fit. All right, so that one is done, and we're gonna go on to the next one. All right, after the zippers are all closed up with the frame secured inside, we're gonna go through and Velcro the bottom portion of the frame together. So there's just a couple spots along the bottom. We'll show you this door for an example, and you'll just do it to all the doors. And there we have it. Alright, next there's a couple of buckle straps that come with the kit. So this is going to be the passenger door panel. So this is just a triangle panel is what they call it in the instructions. You're going to take this and you're going to want the Velcro facing to the inside of this. So you're going to push it up through the bottom, go through the outside, and then eventually this is going to go around the center column where we're just going to loop it back up and through. For now we're going to leave it like this, and we're going to come over here, and it says that we have to remove the original factory screw, which is kind of near the gas cap. So that is over here. right in here at this spot. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that screw. All right, so we're gonna take a 10mm socket here and go ahead and loosen this bolt. All right, so we've got the triangle panel. We're gonna take it, and you've got this area right here. We're gonna set that in exactly where we just took this screw out from, and we'll take the gas cap back off and then reconnect it through there. And then we're gonna go ahead first though and strap this around. So give us a minute. We're gonna undo the windshield here and then get this piece to go through and secure, and then put this in. All right, so now we're just putting that screw back in since the Velcro is reattached. It was a little tight with the Velcro because of the existing windshield strap on here. So it'll hold in place. We've got this secured now, nice and snug. And on to the next thing. So if you have any door bags in your doors, you are gonna have to loosen them up, or at least mostly remove them for this. The next step is to remove this screw here. So we're on the passenger door in the front. So we're gonna remove this one next. And then set that right down here. It comes with these clamps. So you're gonna take this clamp and you're gonna stick it behind the bar. And it looks like we want it right back here. So for now we're just gonna leave it sit right there. With our little bracket in place up here, we're gonna take this panel and it's gonna sit in just like this. We'll put the existing screw that we removed down here back in, and you're gonna use the smallest screws that come in the package to secure into this. You are gonna have to put a nut on the back side, so it says if it's too hard to do, you may need to remove the upper door panel, but we're gonna try doing it without removing that. So here we go. So what we found to be easiest is that you wanna do this part first and then put this screw in last. That way you can slide this thing over and get some extra room to get the locking nut in back here. We put the locking nut over it and then put the screw in. That way it's easier to secure it. So right now we're going to snug this up, and then we're going to go ahead and put this one to reconnect it. Alright, we've got the bracket secured with the two screws here and the original bolt back down here. So the next thing we're going to do is add the door panel that we built with the metal frame up, and that's going to be connected in these areas right here. So we've got the upper door here put together. It's just going to set down with the brackets over these brackets that we just installed, and then we're going to secure all four of these screws in this area. So go ahead and do that next. We've got all four screws secured here, so it's nice and secured. So the last thing you have to do is you might have to go through your door and adjust it a little bit, because when we go to close this, it doesn't want to close all the way. You can either just lift it up a ½ inch, otherwise back inside here you can adjust the door so it would close evenly. For right now we're just going to leave it so we can finish this. There are some straps that come on right here that we just secured. So there's one here, and then one up in here. So those straps you're just going to wrap around the frame of the side-by-side. And then under this you can see there's white tape. We're not going to do this right now, but when you're all done you can just remove this and then it will stick right down to the door. The front door is on. We're going to do the back door next, and then you'll repeat the same thing for the other side. Now we're onto the back door of the side-by-side. You're going to be removing this screw here and this screw here. So this one is pretty much the exact same one that we did on the front door, but these will both be removed. Alright, with those two screws removed, we're going to be taking this bracket here, and it's going to be installed just like this. And we're going to reinstall the two screws that we just took out to secure the bracket to it, and then we'll put the upper door on next after that. Alright, as you can see here, that screw is reinstalled, as well as that one right there in the middle. So all that's left now is to resecure, or to add on the 3 screws up here, which will hold the back door in place. Now that we have the back door bracket on, we're going to be adding the rear window to the CanAm. So this will be going on just like this, and it's very self-explanatory. These holes line up here, and this hole lines up there. So next we're going to just screw those 3 in, and then this will be secured. So when you're driving, or when you're getting ready to drive the Can-Am, what you can do is you can take this button right here, and it's going to wrap around the top of the frame, and you'll clip it back together. That way it'll reduce any little shaking and vibration in the upper windows. So the only thing that's left to do is come to the back. And just like the front door, there's just the tape, which you can use to secure along this edge and along this edge up here. And then we're going to take this and wrap it around through here.
Put it on the wrong way.
And push it back through. So we finished getting all the doors installed. One modification we might have to make down the road is just having an easier way to open the doors, since right now we have our strap inside. You can at least zip these windows open and reach in if you need to do something like that. But overall, it's really nice having this metal frame. That way it's really rigid. So when it shuts, it's pretty sealed. That's the install. So thank you guys for watching, and feel free to comment if you've got any questions.